Junior Jack is shown and dropped. And here comes Kevin Quinn. He's going to go for a show time here as Kevin Quinn gets some heat in those rear tyres. That means he's going to put on a real smoke show now as Kevin Quinn flicks that car across the circuit. Tidy job on the rev limiter goes Kevin Quinn. Nicely done into the chicane. You can see him using that handbrake to slow the car down. Big clutch kick, gets the power going, gets the rear wheel spinning once again as Quinn makes his way back down the chicane. Looks for the exit. Tidily done from Kevin Quinn. Keeps the throttle pinned to the floor as he disposes of the rear bumper. Kevin Quinn not messing around this time. A little stall up there as he gets himself into the wall ride. Kevin Quinn just missing out on a few of those proximity sensors. Oh, he's going to tap him. Gets too close onto the inside there. As Kevin Quinn takes a few of them down. Does he pick them all up, though, on the ball? He certainly does. Manages to pick them all up, even though he destroyed half of the circuit. Through he goes into that barrel in the gateway to the motor circuit. Nicely done from Kevin Quinn. That man, using every inch of power and the rev limiter at his disposal, gets very close to that front drum. And the oil drums here taking a beating over the weekend on our Driftkhana track. Kevin Quinn picks up all 20 barrels, all 20 proximity sensors, looks for the exit. Nicely done from Kevin Quinn as he finishes up a very tidy run. And Kevin Quinn puts on a show. He's got moving on. Manfred Stroll now in the all-electric eWRX. Manfred Stroll had a terrible first session. Said, you know what, I'm just going to come out and have some fun and throw this car around. Manfred Stroll gets into it, a little bit of understeer there as he makes his way down the bottom end of the chicane. Back into it again, though, there's Manfred Stroll. And Manfred Stroll piloting this all-electric eWRX in, of course, the World Rallycross Championship. Manfred Stroll makes his way into the wall ride. Struggling with drifting along these. It's the only problem with these four-wheel drive cars. As you overinflate the front tyres, the front axle wants to grip up and pull the car straight. Obviously, that is going to hurt his score in the proximity sensor section. These bits not too hard, though. Four-wheel drive, you can see him lighten up all four tyres. Makes his way around that barrel into the second sector now. Does Manfred Stroll. Nice flick, almost does a Baggsy and catches a front bumper on the hay bale there as Manfred Stroll works himself into the groove. Very tidily done from Stroll as he looks for the finish line. Manfred Stroll throwing in some donuts for the crowd, and the show almost smokes himself out there. 100% electric. That means we have just two more drivers to go. Up first, second place at the moment, Martin Richards in the Nissan Skyline R32. Oh, he's going for a time, this one. Richards in stiff competition at the moment with James Dean. We've got two onboard cameras, you can see one on board inside the car. You can see Richards working away, and one on that front wheel can see how much steering angle he throws at it. Big flick for Richards. He's going to go for a fast one. He sets himself up nicely for that wall ride. You can see him correcting the steering, back on lock, counter steering at that car as he gets himself in and out. Now tightens up onto the barrels as Richards completely fulfills all of those proximity sensors. Very nicely done. Richards now into the front drum. He's going for a fast one. Almost gets it too wrong there. Richards has to stall up ever so slightly, working his way now down the by road into proximity sector 2. We've gone up and fill all of these again. Another driver taking that different route round the barrels. And there we go. The lights ping up. One more to go, and he's done it across the line. This is going to be fast from Richards. And he does it with style as well. I like that run from Martin Richards. To the limit and beyond was Jules Barkley. Rhys Yates, though, gets the drop of the flag. Anti-lag starts and launch control off from Rhys Yates as he flicks that car through the circuit. He goes for a 360. Rhys Yates absolutely flying and on form is this young man. Gets himself into the chicane. Oh, and he grips up. Makes a small mistake there as Rhys Yates, once again, he's on the handbrake, bounces the car left to right through the top end of the chicane. Now down, looking for the gate. Is Rhys Yates incredibly close to the wall? Was Rhys Yates. Now, did the losing of the grip work? It certainly did. Oh, he just drops a couple of sensors there. As Rhys Yates now makes his way into those barrels, you can see not all of those proximity sensors illuminated, just 8 of them. As he makes his way into the donut. And Rhys Yates looks for the final proximity sector, number 2. Very fast through that road. On throttle once again, all 4 wheels. Throw up a smoke screen and the lights flicker as Rhys Yates, oh, hits the tyre, hits the bale and across the line. Unfazed is that young man, though, as Rhys Yates throws in some donuts and finishes up a run. Incredible stuff. What a show. So in gear it goes, and full rear-wheel drive engaged. Through the time sensors goes Vaughn Gittin Jr. Now this looks a little bit more controlled than what it did yesterday. They've been working on that car overnight, trying to get it dialed for drifting. As we all know, Vaughn Gittin Jr. not a stranger to a rear-wheel drive Mustang, piloting one in the Formula Drift Championship in America. This is very tidy from Gittin Jr. at the moment. It comes down, looks for the narrow gate, and that big Mustang, an absolute armful. Now you can see at the bottom of your screen, proximity sector lights. As soon as they get fulfilled, they will be illuminated. And there they go. Green means that he has fulfilled the 1 metre zone, and that will be 1 second each light off of his time. Vaughn Gittin Jr. makes his way around the barrels, nice flick through, and this is a very tidy job from Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the Mustang. You see him just pulling on the handbrake there, locks up the rear wheels, slows himself down. An incredible amount of power, 1,400 horsepower from electric motors into quick change differentials bolted front and rear of that car. And the front drive shaft's not engaged for this part of the weekend, as Vaughn Gittin Jr. just misses one and misses the hay bales as he flicks that car towards the fence and across the line. And Vaughn Gittin Jr. with a 108, just dropping one proximity sensor, the tidiest run he's done so far. And Baggsy, a regular here at Foz and Goodwood Motor Circuit, been heavily involved in the planning of the track and some pre-filming here for the show. Baggsy spins up 20-inch wheels on the back of this GT-R and smokes out the pit lane. And here comes the showman right to the edge of the track as Baggsy fires down into the chicane on the handbrake for a very long time, gets that front bumper almost into the wall there of the chicane. Nicely done from Baggsy. As flames are up from the front bumper once again. You can see him on the foot brake there. That's controlling the front wheel, slowing the car down, allowing him to do a rolling burnout as he comes through the little by road and that tight gate. Now, oh, gets it too close, gets the front bumper caught under the front wheels. Now, will he continue? He does. The front headlight drops down into the wing as Baggsy, the showman, keeps the foot planted. He's going to try and still put a complete run in. Got himself way too close to that hay bale. Destroys that Liberty Walk front bumper on that GT-R. He's going to keep going, though, on the foot brake nearly the whole way is Baggsy. Blows up the hay bales, trying to set them fire with exhaust in the front bumper. Headlight drops down even more. This could be a problem with Baggsy. The front wheel's very close to that headlight. Inside the wing now, makes his way through the second by road into the proximity sector 2. He's still going to go for it. Is Baggsy. Parts of the car absolutely flying everywhere as the front wheel is almost locked dead solid by the headlight. Makes his way for the exit. Still on the foot brake, still picks up 20 sensors. And you know what? For the show, Baggsy destroys his car and drags the headlight wedged underneath the lower arm across the line.